Hi everyone, my name's Julie. Welcome to my channel. We're here to do this week's pick a card reading, which is what do I need to know right now, or what do you need to know right now? So we've got 3 cards or 3 crystals to choose from as per usual. So for group 1 we've got this rose quartz heart. Group 2 we've got lapis lazuli. And then group 3 we've got malachite, and they're all beautiful crystals. I really do love all of my crystals. So just choose which group resonates with you or which crystal you feel drawn to, and then click on the timestamp in the description box, and that will take you to your reading. Okay, I'll see you at your reading then. Bye. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. So let's see what you need to know right now. So I'm using the Goddess Love Oracle deck this week. So you've got sleep, slow down. So yeah, it looks like you just need to rest really, and maybe you've been on the go and just doing things all the time, but it's also just could be that just taking that, like if you have a lot going on, to really, because I see the 3-3 which gives the number 6, and for number 6 it always reminds me of love, and it's just a reminder to be loving to yourself, and you know that could mean sleeping more, but it also could mean just really taking the time to yeah, not be in that fast mode all the time, and to really just take things as they come. And you know, if you have a busy household or you've got kids and things like that, I know it's difficult because there's always something to do, but it's almost like give yourself that gift of self-care, because the more that you can really look after yourself by getting more sleep, slowing down, and just doing things that are nurturing for yourself, then the more that you can be there for other people, and you know, they really treasure that, because your energy will be fully there, and you know, it's almost it gives them the permission to look after themselves as well. And it's surprising because you know, often people are just doing the same thing on that rat, you know, that rat race, in the rat race, and it just takes one person to be doing something different for things to, you know, spark a change, for someone to think, oh okay, how come they're not doing that? And initially it might be quite confronting for them, but at the same time, because what I'm hearing as well is saying no, you know, being able to say no when it's not something that you're used to doing, especially when you're always having to put other people's needs before your own. And you know, but there's always boundaries that you can put in place, and it will really help others, you know, when they start to realize, okay, actually it's a good thing that, you know, you are saying no, or you are giving yourself more time to rest, and it really gives them permission to do that as well. So do take that into consideration when you watch this, to get some rest in and to really slow down and look after yourself. So let's see what Tarot has to say for you as well. Oops, let's grab this. This wants to come out as well. And one more card. Oops. And this one needs to come out. Okay. So I'll just flip these over. Make sure that you can see them. Okay, so you've got a lot of sword energy. So there's, you know, because even at the bottom of the deck you've got the 5 of swords, and the swords, you know, it's almost like after something has happened, people are, you know, kind of in their own space, and this guy kind of looks, sometimes I see him smirking and other times I don't, it really depends. It's almost like there's some, you know, like haha, I've won, but really in a war no one wins. And so you've been in a situation where there's been some type of conflict or something like that, then I think what I'm seeing is just lay down those swords, and those swords are our thoughts and our beliefs about ourselves. It's almost like it's time to let go of those thoughts that don't serve you anymore, that keep you in this false state of either being hard on yourself or putting pressure on yourself to do more, to be something that you're not, all these type of things. It's almost what I'm just hearing is just lay down those swords. And because when you do that, then it'll give space for you to get more clarity. And so maybe journaling might be helpful if you've got a lot of thoughts in your mind, just being able to write everything that's going on, or write down a list of things that that you need to do at some point. And eventually, with those lists, you realize a lot of the time you don't need to get anything done. They either resolve themselves, or you'll find the time when you really need to. But just give yourself a break, really. In alignment with that, it's like the sleep and slow down. So really give yourself that space to really just be. And then you've got the Knight of Swords, and it feels like the Knight of Swords is a really active knight. And it's almost like you've been really busy charging forward and doing lots of things, and and that's why you're being asked to slow down, because in the past you've been very active and there's a lot of forward activity. But when you do that, sometimes it's without reflection, so it's just doing perhaps what has always been done without really thinking, is that, or taking, really tuning into if that's the right thing to be doing. So this slowing down will help you in many ways. It'll help you to look after yourself, but also to gain clarity. And then you get the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is about new beginnings, and new beginnings in ideas, new beginnings in the way you approach things, also speaking your truth and really being authentic. And so it's kind of, if you haven't been able to do that for some reason, you've not felt like you could be truthful, you've not felt like you could really be yourself, this is a reminder that it's really time now, because it's in the present energy or space, and it's really important for you to be who you are, and to let go of those old things. And sometimes we don't even realize how much old stuff that we keep, just all the things that we've learned and been conditioned to believe. So just really be aware of that. Even write down your beliefs about yourself. If there's a particular area in your life, for example work, which is challenging, just write down what your beliefs are about work, and do it very quickly without thinking about it too much, and you'll be surprised at how many beliefs you actually have around it. And if you can even source them, like where did they come from, you'll find that they're not your own. And the more that you can realize that these beliefs aren't your own, the more empowering it becomes for you to be able to change them and to start creating beliefs that actually resonate with you and are right for you. And then you've got the Eight of Swords, and it's just like staying, being awake at night. She's got so many thoughts going through her mind that she can't can't sleep. And I guess this is why this card is coming up, because in order to get more sleep, you need to slow down, and to really get, because it's very difficult to sleep when you're stressed and you've got adrenaline running through your body. It's just like you can't force your body doesn't lie, and you can't force your body to do something when it doesn't, it's not ready, it's not in alignment, and all that type of stuff. And which I think is an amazing gift, really, even though, of course, when illnesses come up, they're just a sign from the body that something's out of balance. And if we would be able to approach it much more differently if we were taught differently. But there are so many options available for us now in healing ourselves. So and most of it is related to our thoughts and beliefs, and when we start to change those, then everything starts to improve. So really just if you are in that, you get to that space where you're not being able to you're not able to sleep, then really really remind yourself to slow down and to see what it is that is not working for you right now, and what can you change to take that pressure off yourself, to really practice that self-care and be nurturing to yourself. So I want to pull out Louise Hay card for you, so I'll just pull that out randomly from my little bag. Let's see what wants to come out for you, group 1. Oh, wow, lovely. So it's, I am totally adequate for all situations. Essentially saying I am good enough. That's what I feel for it. And I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it's easy for me to stand up for myself. Oh, that's so great. Oh, I hope that resonates with you, group 1. And it's in alignment with everything, like really speaking your truth and being who you really are, because it's the best thing you can do for yourself and everyone around you. So thanks for watching, group 1. It's been a real pleasure reading for you, and I shall see you at another reading. Bye. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your message is in terms of what you need to know right now. So I'm using the Goddess Love Oracle deck. So you've got rebirth. Excuse me. Let go of the ties that bind. Oh, I'm just looking at the bear, and it's so cute, really adorable, and the owl as well. So really, what it's about letting go of the past, letting go of those, thoughts and beliefs that keep you stuck, and the thing is, like, it's almost, perhaps you feel like, well, how do I do that? That's, it just feels like an impossible task. But really, we have so many tools available to us now, like to be able to, and lots of people out there who have different ways of healing that can help. Everyone will have a different way that works for them. We're not all made the same. So find someone that can help you if you feel like you're not quite sure how to do it. But really, it's about cutting those cords to the past, to old beliefs, old thoughts, old situations, because they don't serve you anymore. They just keep you repeating the same thing. And for example, if you have like issues with money, or then really give yourself the space to look at the situation that has given, that's can't even speak, like it's created this situation that you're in, because it's not by accident that these things happen, and it's not to blame yourself either. It's more just an understanding so that you can find your way out. So for example, it may be that at a young age you were taught that there wasn't enough, and so it's unraveling all of that, like where did you learn that, how did you learn that, how can you change that now? Or maybe it's about relationships, and I always attract this type of person, and unraveling that, who does that represent in your life, and how do you heal those old wounds? And so it's a really important to do a deep dive. I see this knife, and I just kind of see, like, needing to cut the cords, and all those like, it could be energetic cords, really, rather than anything else, or like those attachments. And so it's really possible for you to do that. It's almost like there's, if you're feeling that doubt, and I feel like there's something around nature as well, like maybe spending time in nature will help you to get clarity on what it is that needs to be let go, and even setting the intention, like I really set the intention now to let these old things go. You can be specific about it and ask for support, ask spirit, ask the universe, ask your team, how do I go about doing this, who can support me, that type of thing. So that's a strong message right now. So let's see what the tarot has to say for you, group 2. Oops. Okay. I don't really like taking 3 at a time generally, but let's just see if they come out again, because sometimes that happens as well. Okay, so I guess those 2. Alright, take those. Just place these cards along. Just have to shuffle this so you can see it. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck you've got the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is about moving into calmer waters, and it's like things are moving forward, things are getting better, especially if you've been through quite a rough period of time with those choppy waters there. So just be assured that, you know, things are moving in the right direction, and they are, you know, they are moving forward, and you're doing well. It's just, you know, sometimes life, well, especially at the moment, it's such a, you know, interesting time, and we're all having to let go of those old layers. And I just find every week actually it's another layer coming off and another layer, and you know, it's happening even faster than ever before. So really be, you know, just know, rest assured that it's all happening for you. It's all fine. And then you've got the healing card, and so this is part of that letting go of those cords, attachments to your past. So just really give yourself that space and time to relax, to heal, to, you know, to be kind and nurturing, you know. And it's important to acknowledge what has happened as well. A lot of people, well, you know, don't want to feel that, but part of the healing is just acknowledging what has happened and being able to see it, and instead of avoiding it or pushing it to the side, but just really just say, oh, that happened and this is how I feel from it, and giving yourself that space to go into that. And then you've got the victory card, and it's a bit strange because I feel like I want to move this across, or maybe yeah, I'm just getting different messages. Let me see, because these two came out together, so it's almost like this victory card is for overall. It doesn't really matter. It's just that you're going to be successful in whatever venture that you decide on. So you know, giving yourself that space to heal is really important to get you to this state of victory, and, you know, really being proud of all that you've achieved. So it's important to give yourself that space and time, and also to acknowledge what you have done in the process. And then the 8 of Cups is about walking away from something, and it can be an actual situation, or it can just be you know, walking away from that past and really letting go of it, because it's almost like when you do that, it allows you to come into union, and whether that's coming into union with yourself or with another, because we have the masculine, the feminine there, and for me it's, you know, we all have that masculine and feminine energy, and it's in, you know, especially in relationships, the more that we can find that balance, and with all relationships, the more that we can find that balance in ourselves, then the better our relationships will be overall, because, you know, the more that we deflect or project, like put our stuff onto others and say and give and try and make them responsible, then the less empowered we are. Because if we don't take responsibility for our stuff and we blame it on others, then how much power can we really have? So it's really important to own up, or to take ownership of what's happening in your life. So if something's not working, then, you know, you take ownership of that and you do the work to heal it, or to resolve it. And so, you know, walking away from, you know, old situations, old thoughts, old beliefs will really help you to come into this space of coming into oneness with yourself, and then that will just help, you know, bring a lot of clarity, and it's almost like what I see is like the road becomes clear and everything can just move forward again, because perhaps, you know, you've been feeling a bit stuck and not really sure where to go, but really things are moving forward even if you feel like they're not, and because you're going through this healing period, and by doing that it will really lead to this success that you're looking for. And it's really important just to let go of this old stuff, so that you can find that peace and joy in yourself and in your life again. And so I just want to pull out a Louise Hay card for you, just to see what affirmation. So what I've got is, so it might be quite specific for someone. My home is a peaceful haven. And then I bless my home with love. I put love in every corner, and my home lovingly responds with warmth and peace. No, warmth and comfort, sorry. I am at peace. And to be honest, I feel like that could be with anything. So you could say, I bless my work with love. I put love, you know, in every space, and my work lovingly responds to me with, you know, so use the words that resonate with you, and if it is your home, then do that as well. And just see how that helps you in this week's you know, transformation or the energy of the week for you. So I hope that resonates with you, group 2. It's been lovely reading for you, and I shall see you at another reading. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. So let's see what you need to know for this week, this coming week. And so we've got the Goddess Love Oracle deck, and we've got realignment, feel the ebb and flow of life. Oh, so nice. So really this is just about, for me, what this feels like is coming back into your center, coming back into alignment with yourself. And when you do that, then you don't hold on to anything, you don't become attached to anything, you just go with the flow. And you know, what comes your way, you deal with it, and what needs to go will go, and you just allow it to go with ease, and there's not that holding on or anything like that. And I feel like there's a real balance, because you've got just like I saw the sun and the moon, and there's that water, I guess, from her, you know, that flow, and then also using your intuition to help guide you as well. It just feels like a very peaceful, it's like find that peace again in your life. And you know, this could be maybe more time in nature, and or more time on your own to reflect and allow you know, our thoughts to come up, because a lot of the time, well, especially now with all this technology, it's very, very hard to take a break from it, and most people wouldn't be able to really have a day without their phone, because we've become so attached to it. But you know, I've been on meditation retreats where phones haven't been allowed, and honestly, it's, you know, once you get over the first initial pangs of, you know, it's the habit that we've created, once you get over that, then you find this peace that is just so nice, like you don't have to refer to it all the time, and you can just let go and just be. And yeah, like I think technology has its purpose, but at times it's really taken us out of ourselves, and this is about, you know, coming back to you and finding that peace in yourself again, because we all have that ability, and we all go searching for it outside of ourselves, but already it's within. But it just means finding that, taking that time to really do that. And yeah, like I said before, coming into that alignment will really allow things to flow. And then you get the 24, which is about love, and really being in that loving energy. And when we're in that energy, everything does flow. There's no need to push or force things to happen, because life takes care of us. And we always think we need to know everything that's going to happen, but I mean, there'd be no point of that if that was the case. It's just about allowing things to unfold for us in the highest possible way. So let's see what the tarot has to say for you, group 3. What's the message for group 3? Message for group 3. Oops. Let's push this over there. I'll just try and one more card, please. For group 3. Oh, okay, I think those two want to come out for you. Right. Okay. You've got lots of pentacles. And then, so at the bottom of the deck, you've got the 9 of Wands, and so this man is looking just a bit fed up, or has just gone through the walls or something like that, and is a bit injured. And so if that feels like you, then, you know, it's just a reminder that things are out of alignment, and when you come into alignment, you won't feel like that. Because if you're feeling good and at peace and comfortable, then, you know, that's the sign that you're on the right track. And if not, then just, you know, just know that, okay, something needs to shift in my life because I'm not, you know, feeling as good as I could be. And I know it sounds very simple, but in our daily lives, it can be, we can get so caught up in things that it doesn't even come to mind. So just keep that, you know, keep that awareness there when you start to sink into different type of emotions that, you know, all emotions, there's nothing wrong with any of them. It's just when they become out of balance, where we're too focused on one thing or another, and it starts to create imbalances in our lives. Especially this guy, he's not in a good place. So if you're feeling like that, then, you know, it's time to get back into your center. And, you know, find ways that, you know, we'll see what comes out of this reading, but, you know, think of ways that feel good for you, whether that is doing some exercise, going for a run, speaking with friends, you know, whatever it is that brings you back into balance with yourself, so that, you know, you're back into your heart center. That's what I'm feeling. And then you've got the 3 of Wands, and so this is, you know, waiting for the things to come to you. And yeah, it's really interesting because it's like you're waiting for things to come, but because I see the devil, it's almost like they're attached to, perhaps those things have been attached to things that haven't been good for you, and so you've been waiting, but they haven't come because they weren't meant for you. And so it's almost like you're needing to reassess, and that's why the realignment comes in, and it asks you to come back into balance so that you can really think about or feel into what it is that you really do want. And also, you know, what are the attachments that you have? Like, what are you attached to, and what can you let go of? Because if we're attached to something, it's what creates fear and anxiety for us, because we fear losing it. Whereas if we can just say, okay, well, that's in our life at the moment, and, you know, we appreciate it for what it is and what it gives you, and at some point it may go, and that's okay as well, and appreciate what you do get to experience in this present moment. Then you've got the 8 of Pentacles, and it's putting in that work really to, because you've got the 10 of Pentacles here. It's like, in order to get to the 10 of Pentacles, which is having all that you want and all that abundance, what work do you need to do in order to get there? And I don't necessarily mean physical work. It can be more of the emotional work. So, you know, taking the time to review, okay, what is it that I really want in my life? If I'm, you know, this is what I thought I wanted, but what is it that I really want? And try and dig deep into the emotions, because if you think you want money, for example, what is it about money that it will give you? So is it the freedom? Is it the stability? Because we can access these things in so many ways, and money is just, you know, there's nothing wrong with money, but if all we're focused on is the money, then that's another attachment that we create, which you know, isn't necessary really. So yeah, just do the work in terms of coming back into an aligned and balanced state, because when we come from that state, then this is what we get. We get the 10 of Pentacles, which is all the abundance that we want. Everything comes easily. We're in a place of joy and happiness, because we're just in the flow of life. And so this is what this realignment card is saying. It's just coming back into that flow where things come in, things go out, and we're not sort of holding on, like tied to it, like the Devil card is saying so I'm just going to pull out Louise Hay card, because I just like her affirmations, and it just feels right this time as well. So this is what we got. I just pulled it randomly out of a bag that I have. So my thoughts are creative. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind, no person, place or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it. So I mean, that's a really interesting one, because I don't think all negative thoughts see how you feel with that one. I think sometimes it's interesting just to observe our thoughts, whether they're negative or positive, just to observe them. And then I do believe that nothing has power over us, so it's almost like a reminder that you have the power to create what it is that you want to create in your life. And it can be done from a loving perspective, and just focusing, allow things to come up, but then also focus on what it is that you want. And so it's really interesting, because it ties in very well with the whole reading, really. So come back into your balance, let go of those old ideas and attachments that you may have, and then do the work to come to find out what it is that you really do want, so that's what manifests in your life. So thanks so much for watching Group 3. It's been a pleasure. I hope it makes sense, it resonates, and if you have any questions, let me know. But I'll see you in another reading. Thank you. Bye.